From Method Man saying, today's music has no substance.
We could be in a way better place, especially with the message. Wu-Tang had a message, regardless of whether you heard gunshots or there was still a message there. Well, I think that my generation read a lot more books. You know, we went outside, we touched dirt.
To E40 calling out every rapper for sounding exactly the same.
I don't like where it's at. A lot of people sound the same, bro. A lot of people sound the same, and they talking about a lot of copycat, and a lot of them is saying the same thing over and over and over instead of mixing it up. Feel like it's not enough creativity.
These OGs have made it crystal clear they ain't really rocking with what the new generation is putting out.
The dumbed down culture is mass marketed, played over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's not a record. You could put it, he got some endorsements, he made some money. Put that record on in 10 years. And see where it stands.
Whether it's Jada to Kiss breaking down why today's artists have lost the competitive hunger that defined his era.
The nation's gonna cave. If you listen to what's going on right now, it's not even rap, so it's not on no level. Shout out to those that rap.
Or Young Jock going off about how the lyrics are poisoning the community.
I can turn on the radio right now, take all the music out, and just listen to what the we saying on these records and this music and what the our kids here that sit in the back seat. But this is poisonous. This telling me to triple cross my own kind, and my partner who I was to shoot him, set you up, your wife, your baby mama. Come on, y'all. Let's listen to it.
These legends aren't holding back their feelings about the culture's decline.
A$AP Rocky or 2 Chainz or one of them, I don't even consider that, hip hop. Anybody could do that.
So, grab a snack and get comfortable, because these are rap-ogs who really don't with the YNs. Jada Kiss. When asked about the current state of the culture and what's missing from today's generation of artists, Jada Kiss broke down exactly why the game has lost something that can't easily be replaced.
It's all about crazy.
Kiss made it clear that the competitive spirit and the hunger that defined his era has been replaced by something softer and more calculated.
We could put more last year. If you listen to what's going on right now, it's not even rap, so it's not on no level. Shout out to those that rap on a high level. Let's get back to that. Shout out to those that do whatever they do, but a more larger shout out to the high level rappers. Get with us or get out the way.
Method Man. Meth has always been one of hip-hop's most respected voices. And when he sat down to talk about the current state of the culture, he didn't sugarcoat anything.
Talking about growth, Meth, hip-hop has changed how it talks about relationships over the years. Where do you think we've grown and where do you think we still stuck?
I mean, it starts with a lot of these gatekeepers trying to dictate what this new generation should be doing. We could be in a way better place, especially with the message. A lot of work to still be done, man. Because honestly, when we was doing it, we had fun. We're creating generational wealth, and they're the babies of that. When I was doing it back in the day, Wu-Tang had a message, regardless of whether you heard gunshots or there was still a message there. The vibe gets lost for the substance. There's no substance in the vibe. The vibe has no substance and shit. I just wish it was a bit more diversity, for lack of a better word.
I was thinking about there was a level of emotional maturity that may not exist now. Cause even All I Need, that was our relationship goal.
Well, I think that my generation read a lot more books. We went outside, we touched dirt.
He acknowledged that they've done well in the business department, but something crucial is missing from today's music.
And again, I can't knock these kids for liking what they like. I can live vicariously through some of these youngins, And what I can give this new generation credit for is that they did a lot more business than show, in the show business part of it, experience is king, and to be honest, I'm not knocking anything they do because they doing their numbers, and it looks like they having fun. But again, substance. And you only think about these things when you get my age.
Meth's observation is a common opinion that a lot of these OGs share. When talking about their craft, it's obvious they have a lot more respect for the creation and art of hip-hop. R.A., the Rugged Man. After hearing Lil Yachty say he doesn't know the old school legends like Biggie, this underground veteran completely lost it and went straight for the throat.
Lil Yachty should shut the fuck up and get out of music. Get the fuck out of music, you bitch. You don't know music. You, how about that? No, the history of music, when you was a great horn player, you studied the horn players. You went to the spot and you checked out the great horn players in your neighborhood. When you was Sam Cooke trying to be a singer, you was in the church singing with the great singers. You was watching the great performers. And then when you went to hip hop, the people who started hip hop, they like Barry White. They like disco. They studied music. They loved the craft. Music is a craft. So now what happens is you can just be a celebrity and not be skilled at your craft, and I don't care about music culture. Then don't do it. Or take a paycheck, but a dude that don't pay attention to culture, you're just a Kim Kardashian talentless part of music. You're just a celebrity. You're not actually a person that cares about the craft, and you're bringing the craft down because the mainstream media will promote celebrity buffoons because they don't care about the culture.
But Rugged Man wasn't done schooling the new generation. He had the most brutal advice possible for the new rappers.
Take the cock out of your mouth and speak clearly, young man. This mumble blah blah blah. Speak clearly. Let me hear what the you're saying. The dumbed down culture is mass marketed, played over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's not a record. You could put it. He got some endorsements. He made some money. Put that record on in 10 years and see where it stands.
E40 has been one of the West Coast's most consistent voices for over 3 decades. And when he sat down to discuss hip-hop's 50th anniversary, he couldn't help but address where the culture currently stands.
Where do you think the direction of hip-hop is headed? Do you love where it's at? Do you like where it's going?
I don't like where it's at.
Really?
Because I feel like it's not enough creativity. A lot of people sound the same, bro. A lot of people sound the same, and they talking about a lot of copycat, and a lot of them is saying the same thing over and over and over instead of mixing it up and saying, I'm not trying to act like I'm hella positive, but I am, because I always talk about the things that sound like it ain't positive. I'm a storyteller. It's really positive because I talk about the repercussions and consequences that can happen if you do this, if you slide, you spinning, you're doing whatever. I'm a storyteller. That's what I've been doing ever since I was a little young mustache in the rap game.
E40 made it clear that he's not impressed with the direction things are heading, specifically calling out the lack of creativity and originality that's plaguing today's rap scene.
What is the key to longevity?
Staying consistent, believing in God, turning with the times, because the times will turn on you if you don't. You don't want to be outdated. You want to be gamed up. You know what I'm saying? You want to be locked in like a safe. You want to be dialed in, buttoned up. I make it look easy, but it's not.
Young Jock might not be the first name you think of when it comes to hip-hop OGs checking the new generation, but during a Vlad TV interview, he went completely off about how today's music is poisoning the community.
I pray to God this shit resonate in somebody's mind, man. Top rappers, man, come on, man. We the influencers. All this opposite. Come on, man. Every time I turn on a song, it's kill. It's kill season. That's all it kill, 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 kill. I'm like, damn, I'm starting to feel like my grandparents. Y'all know what that shit feel like when how we love our music, our culture? We don't hear nobody talking about that's trash, that's poison. Boy, a lot of this shit is trash and a lot of shit is poison. It is. I can turn on the radio right now, take all the music out and just listen to what the we saying on these records and this music and shit, and what the our kids here that sit in the back seat or right there in the passenger seat with us, or when we got them playing this shit on our phones and the kids here. But this shit is poisonous. This shit telling me to triple cross my own kind and my partner. I was to shoot him, set you up, your wife, your baby mama. Come on, y'all. Let's listen to it. Let's just take the music away, step back for a second and say, hey, rapper, give me some advice on how to be a better version, how to make it in this life. Take the music off and listen to their lyrics. That shit ain't gonna do no more send your ass to the grave or the jail.
Jock went off about how rappers need to take responsibility for the messages they're putting out and the real-world consequences of lyrics that glorify violence and self-destruction.
Cause I myself, I got a song, couple grand, price tag on your head, leave your land where you stand. Yeah, I was on that shit. I was, and I was going to the markets. I saw who that shit was affecting. I saw who it brought out. I saw them all. I see it to this day. I see them stand up and saying that shit and point the gun at me while they rap like, hey, goddamn, get locked up, you praising them. Get shot and survive, you praising them. Murder somebody, you praising them. Got a track record, you praising them. So to all my out there who own that shit, all that, the streets don't honor shit. Trust me, they don't.
Raekwon. During a heated discussion with Fat Joe, Jadakiss, and Havoc, the Wu-Tang legend didn't hold back about the weird direction hip-hop's been heading. Ray made it crystal clear that the OGs need to step up and take it upon themselves to call out the whack that's being pushed as real hip-hop. Grandmaster Caz, hip-hop pioneer Grandmaster Caz, was asked about newer rappers in the game, and his response was brutal and honest.
Who do you really respect as rappers right now?
I can't think of none.
Can't think of none.
Joel Ortiz.
Joel Ortiz.
He's kind of old now. He's one of the newest guys. I can think of Joel Ortiz, of course, Immortal Technique.
That's my man. He was just here last week.
All right, and these are people like, y'all know you may be thinking about A$AP Rocky or 2 Chainz or one of them. I don't even consider that, you know, hip hop.
Really?
Nah, it's just rap music, cats who got a deal.
Really?
Anybody can do that.
The powers that be who sign the artists, they sign what they want people to be influenced by. They sign what they want the masses to be influenced by. And they can just come up from nothing, say some shit on a beat, this and that, going to, you know, and that's their mentality. That's why you hear a lot of people, man, I ain't no rapper, I'm this and that. Okay, if you ain't rapping, what the f you doing with a rap record on the radio? Asshole, don't disrespect my motherfucking art form. Get paid and then be like, I ain't no rapper. That's like you ain't a drug dealer, right? But you go around all the drug dealers and be like, yo, I ain't no thug, I ain't no drug dealer. But you had everybody scared and thinking you was, man, about to f you up right now, you stupid. We come from a place where we did this shit because we did this shit. We did it for the love. All right, this is what we do. We play music.
Redman. During a Hot 97 interview, Redman wasn't holding back his thoughts on these newer rappers and what he thinks about the music coming out nowadays.
Well, it was just like from our era, from even the era before us, it was about being distinctive. It was about being different. It was about being original. That's why we uphold the names that we had from like Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Slick Rick, Redman, Keith Murray, Ghost. Look at these names. They're like superheroes. So when you put the artists out there like with this kind of I would say with this kind of a background, this kind of platform, the sound have to match the attitude. It have to match the look. We couldn't sound the same. That was biting. That was like, you know, we called that biting back in the day. You can't sound like this dude and win off his style. So it was about being distinctive. It was about being different and original in my era coming up. And far as what like the new music of the day, you know what it is, bro? It's the goddamn auto-tune. All right? Let's just look at the facts. The dudes who not using auto-tune. All right, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Joey Badass. Even Gunplay from MMG. That's my dude.
Gunplay got a great voice.
That's my dude right there. But they stand out. While everybody use auto-tune, you won't know who is who. And I agree with you on that. So it's just from the era I came from. Some of these guys are doing good music. It's just not enough to convince the masses that this era is killing it with the new music.
Redman made it crystal clear that if any young cats wanted to test him in a cypher, they were going to get smoked.
Competition is part of it, right? You love the idea of getting to come body these kids.
Got to body them.
Teach them something.
Got to teach
them. You're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. It's about perseverance. It's about catching that audience attention, not just as a whole, but individually.
Ice Cube, the West Coast legend, was asked about the new wave of rappers and didn't hold back his feelings about what hip-hop has become.
I don't know any rappers by their voice no more. I used to know all the rappers just hear their voice, know who that is. So I think they need to figure out how to put that auto-tunes down, and we need to hear what people sound like, because I think AI is demonic. I think AI is gonna get a backlash from real people, real organic people, and so I think artists need to go back to using their real voice and making sure people know this is authentic and not made from a computer. Auto-tunes sounds computer-like,
right?
And I think it's all starting to sound artificial.
Is there any people that
because
can use
of
auto-tune?
AI?
Like T-Pain's got to have a pass on auto-tune, right?
Well, T-Pain is an original,
yeah.
So I don't fault T-Pain.
Like T-Pain's fire, yeah.
He's an original,
So
just like Roger Troutman is an original. See, they can use it without any, that's their style.
Yeah.
But a lot of people took their style and ran with it, and now everybody uses it. And I think it's going to be a backlash because of AI. People are going to want things organic and not artificial. Yeah. And it sounds artificial.
Snoop Dogg. During a session with 50 Cent and Gunnet, they broke down exactly what's wrong with the new generation.
Everybody trying to rap the same style with the, I don't know who created it, if it was Future or Migos, but all them sound the same.
Snoop and Dr. Dre completely destroyed modern music production standards.
Right now, it's so much copycat, mimicking, sounding alike. imitation. Be original. Find your voice. Find your production sound. Find your ear for who you are. And be original. Even if it ain't hitting, stay you.
Find your collaborator. I don't like the fact that there's like 9 different producers on one album. I like the idea of one producer on one album. The continuity is everything.
Yeah, where did that come from? Where did it come from where you got cats that want to be with 9 different producers on one album and stuff like that? When the hell did that start?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, but I don't like it. You know, if you're
It
a
ain't
producer,
cohesive.
you should be able to produce the entire album. That's what I thought it was supposed to be.
Right.
That's what I was doing at the beginning.
There's a lot of beat makers though, Doc. That's what the difference between your era and this era is, that there aren't too many producers as much as there are beat makers. It's so easy to make beats. They're giving you all these computer packages that has the drum loop, y'all had to make the loop.
I feel like it's a change that's happening right now, you know, from all this mumble rap thing and everything that's happening right now. There's somebody in somebody's garage that's happening right now that's going to be the next Snoop or Dre or next Prince or Michael Jackson or whatever, that's coming up with something that's going to change the game. It's got to happen right now, and it's wide open because everything that's happening right now in the music game is, especially hip hop, is weird as
Pete Rock, the legendary rapper and producer, sat down on The Breakfast Club, and the conversation turned to what's missing from today's hip-hop.
Do you feel like some of these young artists, like we see how they don't know a lot of the history and they might not know certain things, do you feel like maybe more people should be reaching out to you because of the legendary songs that you've produced?
I'd rather them show the respect first to artists and cut the old head shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know, we out here still, you know what I'm saying? Making that shit. So my thing is the respect comes first, and then, you know, they really need to learn the history, you know what I'm saying? Like, of every rapper. When Yachty said that about Big, it just blew my top, man.
How do you feel about that? Those Big and Pac was overrated.
They're not overrated. I don't even pay attention to overrated, underrated. I don't care about that. They got skills, and they rep the culture.
There's only a few greats and a few legendary people, and there's a reason why, I feel like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the reason is the foundation that you have to lay down for these younger cats, like what we do, you know, in music, or like when I'm making beats, when they rapping, making records. You know, we want to respect that, you know, what we did for y'all is the reason why y'all here.
Rakim TMZ caught up with a legendary rapper to discuss the current state of hip-hop, and the MC had harsh truths about what the youth is doing to the culture he helped create.
Is one of the legends of hip-hop. Rakim, of Eric B. and Rakim fame, had something to say about the new school yesterday. It's interesting, he posted this saying that you are witnessing the de-evolution of rap music, the death of poetry and smoothness. They use this, the absence of a message, the inability to create meaningful change through words and verses. But the worst is they don't even know they hurt this artful purpose. It's tragic.
He explained the difference between hip-hop and rap, making it clear that young artists need to understand what real hip-hop culture represents.
But, you know, without no disrespect to any artist, there's a lot of, you know, degrading, you know, music out there, man, as far as degrading the culture and degrading society as well, man. But, you know, that's individuals that choose to make that kind of music. As the listeners, I think they should be a little more opinionated on what they're listening to and what they like, and a little more opinionated on what they're hearing. You know what I mean? And I think that'll help, you know, not only what's out there, but the artists make conscious decisions to make, you know, music with a little more substance.
Whether it's Grandmaster Cast refusing to respect new rappers or a young jock breaking down how today's music is poisoning the community, these OGs aren't just criticizing the new generation. They're fighting for the soul of a culture they helped create. Their passion for real hip-hop is what makes these moments so powerful and so necessary. What do you think? Are these legends being too harsh on the new generation? Or do the Yayans need to hear this? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to help us out by liking, sharing, and commenting. Check out these other videos popping up for more content like this. Thanks for hanging out, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.